Hello, great people. Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. This is Live More Travels. Thank you so much for coming back and checking out some more of my videos. This video is a part of my series, My Favorite Things, where I get to just talk about my favorite things that I encountered, saw, experienced while I was in different places. This one is my favorite things about Paris. If you've seen my study abroad video, and maybe even my study abroad experience video, you know that Paris is like my least favorite city to visit. My least favorite, okay? It's like the saying, and I always bring this up. The saying is if you love London, you're gonna hate Paris. If you love Paris, you're gonna hate London. And it's not true for everybody, but it's true for me. London is like my dream place about living. Even if I only live there for a short amount of time, I could picture myself living there. And Paris, the only reason why I want to go back is because I haven't actually been inside the Louvre and the river. I wanted to take that river tour and I never did. That's it. I have been back. I've seen what I need to see. I've experienced what I need to experience, and I'm not trying to shit on all Parisians, but this stereotype is true. So I'd rather not go back and put myself in that environment. But we're not here to shit on Paris. We're here to talk about my favorite things about Paris. So let's talk about the one I always start with, the food, bro. Can somebody give me just a moment of silence for croissants? They're amazing. Buttered chocolate, ham and cheese, cinnamon on top, powdered sugar, just amazing. Pastries in general, but like croissants. Pastries because in most of the cities over there, they have like bakeries that like make pastries every day and you just try the different pastries and stuff like that. But man, Paris, that was like the place that I got the best pastries. But more specifically, the croissants were amazing, which makes sense, of course. But wow, macaroons. Honestly, I never had a dire need to try macaroons before. I wasn't in a hurry. I didn't really care. I don't know what that was about, but they're good. They were really good. And even here, I'll try them just to see, like, oh, these are nice. I like these. Or not really my flavor. I probably won't be eating that again. But they're really good. They're really good. I really liked, what else did I like? Escargot. So I actually liked it. Actually liked it. I tried it. Mine had pesto on it, which I think helped. They're an acquired taste. And so I know not everybody has had them and not everybody wants to try them. But I thought it was really good. And I would try it again. And I ain't gonna lie. The first time I went to Paris, I didn't try them. I tried them, I think, the second time around. Maybe the third, the second time. I tried the second time around. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And it's funny because the first time we went, I had filmed two people eating them and I was just not even interested. But the second time around, I was like, you know what? I need to have this experience just to see what it's like. And, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I ain't never got to buy it and never got to eat it again. But it was really good. The food was great. I mean, most times I'm going to say the food was great because I'm a hungry person, but the food was great. The sights, of course, the Eiffel Tower. I have taken the elevator up the Eiffel Tower. I have also walked the stairs up. Taking the stairs, 0 out of 10, wouldn't recommend, especially for people with bad knees or with legs that aren't strong. I recommend you hurry up, get ahead of the crowd, buy those tickets so that you don't have to take the stairs up. The sights, amazing. The Eiffel Tower, going all the way up to the top. Hopefully, when you do go, the very top floor won't be closed off. I remember one time we went, the top floor was closed off because it was super foggy and you couldn't really see, and that's dangerous because it's open air. There are no like glass or plexiglass or something like that. So if somebody can't see and they going too fast and they hit a rail and fall over the side, you done fell off the Eiffel Tower. We didn't get to go up, and I can't remember when that was. I just remember one time we didn't get to go all the way up. But even going up to the second floor, there's a restaurant on the second floor, and that's really cool. The Louvre. There's two reasons why I would want to go back to Paris because I've never actually been in the Louvre. I've never actually been inside. I've only ever been outside. You'll see some of my pictures I've taken outside of the Louvre, but I've never actually been inside to see the art. So I do want to go back so I can experience that. The Moulin Rouge, that was cool just to see that. It's like, oh, that's an actual thing. This whole time I just thought, oh, these people singing about the songs, doing that and talking about it, but I never actually pictured being there to be able to see it in person. Not that I ever went to a show, but it exists in real life. Crazy. Oh, and Disneyland Paris. Yo, I liked Disneyland Paris, but I prefer Disneyland in California. And now that I've been to Disney World, I went to Disney World this summer. I actually prefer Disney World over Disneyland, but Disneyland Paris was just like, oh, cool, we're at Disneyland Paris. That's all it felt like. But it was cool to be able to experience that and go. So when I do go back to Paris for the Louvre, I'm also going to try and go back for Disneyland Paris. Other favorite things about Paris, French, the language. You can't be a hater and say that the French language ain't a sexy language. It is. It really is, okay? And I speak Spanish. I don't quite understand French. I could probably guess if I had to, my life was in danger, I probably would die, but it's just an attractive language. You hear somebody speak, you be like, oh, what you talking? Like, wow. It's cool to hear people speaking different languages other than English. But French, it's amazing. Transportation. So in the city of Paris, it was pretty easy to get around, except for the one year we went back and it was a strike. That was terrible. But the year that we did go and it was easy to get around, it was great. Had no problems trying to get from point A to point B. It's akin to the transportation in London. Buses, Uber, you got the underground, just options. You just got options. Scooters. So even though I'm more the person that's like, we should probably start to back away from these scooters in these different places. It's dangerous, but then also it's dangerous in multiple ways. It's dangerous for the person who's riding it. They might get hit by a car. It's also dangerous for them because they might fall off, hurt themselves, but also it's affecting the environment. It's allowing the environment to be affected more quickly or impacted more quickly. So I'm not a proponent of those scooters, but it did help getting around Paris a little easier. And then lastly, the vibe. It's just mad chill in Paris. Again, it's not my favorite city. It's actually my least favorite city in the world that I've been to. But it's a nice place. And if you've never been, you should experience it. If you've never wanted to go, you should still try to go so that you can experience it and see how you like it. And if you don't like it, maybe you'll like London. Anyway, Lil Mo Travels, thank you for watching. Please watch some of my other videos. This is one of my series videos, my favorite things. I have another series that's called My Study Abroad Stories, That One Time. If you haven't seen my Study Abroad Experience video, that might be the first video to check out beyond this one. And just keep watching. Follow me on Instagram, Lil Mo Travels, LILMOTRAVELS. Thank you.